player of the game on the side of T1, and it's gonna be Teddy with a matching pose with Zaya, and first game in the split, and he managed to pick up the POG as well.
Yeah, absolutely got to get rid of that one. I thought that Leo had a good performance. I wasn't too bothered by it. The Callista here is pretty interesting. We've seen a lot of teams kind of
Resh or the Aphelios, and then you start to wonder as we'll see another red-sided here. Okay. But I wonder if Aphelios is banned, where does Leo go here? Gonna go Jason to this one, maybe. Yes, the Aurelia. Yeah, this might be one of those moments. Oh, well, this might be why.
Tom Kench. Who is that?
Given this situation, but T1 is like, no, Leo, it's not in his wheelhouse. He doesn't like to play that champion. He hasn't played it yet this season. As okay at the moment, so I'm excited to see how it turns out because I'm liking more and more Enchantress, AP supports.
That's pick we used to see all the time. It's just, it really feels like both coaches really dug deep into their bag of tricks here, and that's pretty cool to see. At the end of the day, draft kind of fleshed itself out. I feel like this would be something you would expect in like a game 4 of a best of 5.
Yeah. I mean, the draft got a little bit weird with all the bans we had on marksman. As you're going to see Croco kind of caught in an awkward spot here, and Fate can't
he's
save
just
him.
Dead. Oh, Cuzz will go over the wall. Okay, he was just waiting for the stun. First blood very easily. Croco in a reverse.
Like I feel like that first ban, or that first rotation ban onto the Kai'Sa was, but we'll have to wait for the results before we know if that's true or not. Croco is in trouble. I
think the second you see it, Udyr, you just run away.
30 and 11. He's played it 41 times. But yeah, when you can clear so quickly, like Cuzz can, why not be hyper-aggressive as, wow, Effort has taken a ton of damage. Why not be hyper-aggressive in Croco's jungle? Look for maybe even a second pick onto him.
He's used to see Tom Kench over and over and over again. We're going to have a one-on-one here. We got Pantheon coming up to the top side, but Canna looking to turn it around. The Gnar ultimate does come out. The damage should be good enough, but Summit has to flash away. And that will be enough to get out of harm's way, and no triumph there for the Aurelia.
It's actually going much better, in fact, than what we saw previously, as we're actually going to see a dive here in the bot side to try to trade this back.
This bottom lane is just a disaster right now for the sandbox. Effort is just dead. There is no hope for him, even under the turret, the second turret in the bottom lane. And, well, this is just hilarious. Gonna try to do some follow-up damage. I think he did about...
I mean, this has been... So once again, we're going to see a tussle here. This time, those are trying to get the better end of it. 30 CS lead now. And Effort is... Where is he?
What is going on?
Flash. They actually flashed for flash, so it's actually not that bad. Because we're actually going to watch this again. Canna gets the stun, and then you see the Pantheon ult come through. The Vanguard's edge is nice, but it's just not enough. It's really nicely played here by Summit. Flash away there and does get away. Croco helps finish the kill, but it has to be a flash for a flash, and then they trade a kill here down in the bottom side. So the flash of the flash and the trade here, it feels like, okay, well, T1's starting to get a bit of an edge here. And then somehow, which we'll probably see right after this, Effort dies a second time. Again, you're probably right on the money in terms of trying to stop him from backing. But, yep, that's exactly what happened.
Keria hides, and then he sees it. Effort's moving up, and it's like, you're level 5, buddy. If Keria's still there, you're just dead.
Yeah,
and this time Keria was there. And now he's brought out in 2021, and T1 are like, nope.
I mean, look at this.
We have evolved. You can't just dive in. They're just going to dive the turret. The Tom Kench is easily dead. I mean, there's no way you're getting away.
Against the Callista,
Keria takes,
too, like...
yeah, takes a little bit too much damage, but that's okay.
I mean, they're not done.
Gonna pull him back, and Leo's dead, too. There's just, you're not getting out of this. Well, actually.
I think he's still dead, but...
Doesn't flash. I think he should have just flashed and taken the kill, but yeah, they're just going to wait and give this one to Teddy.
Just making sure Teddy can carry again. Meanwhile, Canna 1v3 having a decent time up here, buying time.
Yeah, he's also dead. Okay, well, Closer tries to help out there a little bit late, but not going to get there on time. And now they've rotated up top side.
Oh, no.
They'll actually get the root onto Summit. You can see just the amount of damage they do. I mean, Keria doesn't even have that many items at this point in time. Summit looks like he might just die here. He's going to hit the Mega Gnar, and actually, this time around, it looks like Cuzz, just barely, is going to be taken.
Yeah, I just can't get that spears on minions, and the burst is actually insane. So we're going to see a big commitment here from Croco. Keria stayed too long. Fate's call to get him out of there.
Fate's call. Nico. It's just like, The scariest thing. Maybe he was actually in his chameleon form there, but either way, we have a trade down in the bottom side. Canna flashing away from the wallop, or at least he tried.
A little bit of overextension as Effort's going to go ahead and find his way on the backside of Teddy, who now has to play Ring Around the Rosie.
Nice try, Teddy, but not sure about this one. You could see he's really desperately trying to trade this one back.
Is in a lot of ways not as extreme, but a lead that T1 might be blowing.
Summit in a bit of trouble here. He is going to have to flash away from that one, and with the Stride Breaker, at least they do get the flash away from Gnar. Maybe that'll help Canna in the side lane.
Watch this happen again. He does get stunned, pushed into the wall, doesn't avoid it with the flash when he tries to. Actually turns back around and gets hit by it anyways, so... And hopefully, you know, for Liv Sandbox's sake, they can bring it back, because once again...
Oh no! What is going on in this top lane? Poor Canna. He's desperately trying to get something going, but he keeps getting caught. And there's no way for him to get out of here, as now the Nico's got to get in there with a Pop Blossom. Leo is going to have to flash away as Closer just barely gonna get away from that one, but does get sniped from range. And at the end of the day now, Croco and Effort trying to move forward, but they are not gonna be able to get much. So many low health bars here, and now Cuzz is just going man mode onto so many members of Liv Sandbox. He gets a double kill, and Leo just stoned out for a little bit too long. Summit desperately trying to play carry here in this game, as Teddy not able to take out his AD carry opponent, as at the end of the day, it's going to be a kill onto the Jhin, or the Nico.
That was actually pretty, it's just going to always go, it's definitely not going to go in your favor the longer that fight goes on, because it's only mini stuns really that you're off. Is kind of just completely whiffs everything here, and is also just too far behind, gets stunned into the wall. This is a really nice start here for T1, as, you know, like you said, goes man mode into this fight. Cuzz does in the back parts of it. Fate is pushed away, and like they do end up getting good kills here, but you know, he survives here, and then now is the time where you think, okay, it's time to leave, but they actually try to turn this around. As meanwhile in live, something almost critical happens around the pit. I was watching that to make sure nothing happens, but you know, we've already seen this just moments ago, and Teddy just overextends here. Like, there's no reason to try to force this. And once again, T1 just kind of playing this scrappy game that they don't need to play.
They have a side lane that has just been a disaster. And now that another die that's not going so well, as Cuzz is going to move forward. And again, this is directly into Jhin Victor. So you're going to have a ton of damage straight in your face if you're just running in. So you got to be careful, as T1 now on the run. It looks like at least they will dodge that fourth shot. But now Liv Sandbox on the Dragon. Fate in no man's land is going to have to flash away from that one.
Yeah. And Cuzz and crew are now going to actually try to... Well, it looks like they were going to try to grab Summit here, potentially, but I think he wants to grab them. He's at the front here, and T1 need to be careful about going into this choke point once again, where there's so much CC, there's so much frontline to actually make sure that Victor, Fate in this case, can actually do tons of damage. T1 actually now starting to lose a lot of health. As Kanna's looking for the flank. Go. The flank, and there it is.
Pantheon getting in. Canna with that big flank that you did mention. Croco totally isolated, and Kanna's actually getting a decent amount of work done here. He's even going to survive at the end of it. We got the Pop Blossom coming in from Keria, and he is pretty low, but Summit can't do it all alone. This is the problem. He's going to get the one. And now he's desperately trying to get on top of actually the Kalista here, and he is going to take out another one. Can Summit actually do it alone? Maybe I'm going to be eating my words here, as he's even going to survive on the back of that fight somehow, some way. We'll see what they
don't have an amazing front line, actually. You know, T1 don't. And they don't have great heal. They have really nice engage. They need to win the fight very quickly.
All right, well, the ball carrier getting a lot of work done there, but they can't get the damage on the Croco, and now Cuzz is all alone. He is going to be able to walk out of that one, thankfully. And with the Ocean Soul,
if T1 can't actually win the fight in the initiation, they're really struggling to close them out. Here's a flank from Cuzz.
Okay, trying to get on in there, and they do get the knock-up onto the Victor. They would love to take away Fate, but that is a really nice devour. Fate will live, but Effort might pay the price in the front line. He's just on the run here. Canna with no ultimate. He's just going to get exhausted. Not even able to take out Croco, and he will go down. Moving a little bit too far forward, and Summit is so massive at this point in time. nearly able to take out Cuzz, but will have to back away.
I think there's a really good chance that Live Sandbox come back in this game.
And if T1 can corner them with a big Pop Blossom, then they'll have all the engage they need. But Keria takes a ton of damage. There's the engage, though, with the Shockwave onto Croco, but Keria is a non-factor on the backside, and so is Cuzz by himself, zoned away. And Fate is doing way too much damage in this game as the heal.
He's untouched.
Is going to come out.
He's basically untouched here, Valdez. And the Elder Drake is on Team Live Sandbox right now as well. T1 kind of getting caught there, taking a ton of damage. Now they have to reapproach here.
Croco's getting low. Summit, though, with the Mega Gnar. They're going to try to burst him down, but the Devour is there again. But here comes the engage and a massive Gnar ultimate onto 4 or 5 members. But Keria's follow-up is just pristine. And you just give that Pog vote right to Keria right now. Hops in there and gets it off. Might have been the Fate's call. Who knows? It was just the best engage
it was
ever.
It was so perfectly done. Watch this fight again. It's actually insane the damage that Fate is getting off in this fight. And then look at Summit. He's isolated, he's rooted, he's by himself, but he gets eaten here, devoured, and then boom. The re-engage, triple stun, but it's still just not enough. Keria says Pop Flash, or Pop Blossom, excuse me, into the backline here, and Leo is down. Fate can't rejoin the fight anymore, and finally T1 get that burst engage that we're looking for. They finally get that quickly after the turret goes down. Go ahead, curtain call defensively here as Cuzz is looking for action.
He's so big now. He is quite tanky indeed. And finally he can frontline. Nice Devour there onto the Gnar.
There's no pick potential here for Live Sandbox. They wanted it so badly. Just gonna have to take a defensive fight. Teddy,
what's going on here? He doesn't have a Devour on his side, but was it a bait? Summit does it again, and they take out Teddy. But the follow-up from T1 is pretty good. They've got Canna in the back line, and it looks like Leo is going to go down as well. T1, it's not pretty, but it looks like it's going to get the job done. They're going to push in for the ace, and they will take this game.
Live Sandbox pitting up a great fight here in this best of 3. 2 amazing games that went late game, where T1 did struggle to finish after having a massive lead in both games 1 and 2. They close it out here cleanly in this second game here after taking every single objective on the map. But boy, did Live Sandbox put up a fight. Summit winning lane super hard, getting 4 kills early and having such heroic attempts early on for the bot side of T1. They took that advantage into a very clean set of Drake fights, and things started to look a little shaky as on both sides actually of these team fights in the late game were actually pretty awesome to see. Summit, I think, really making a case for himself in this game on the Gnar, though. Just totally shutting Canna's Aurelia down and having basically every single late game team fight almost turned around. Like, he was almost able to save everything. He did his job, right? There was never a moment in those late game team fights where you go, well, Summit could have maybe done a little bit more there. I don't think anyone could ever say that. T1 able to take the win, though, in the end, and again, not the cleanest, but definitely a big bounce back here, and I think that there's a real argument to be made to see maybe more Teddy in the future for the squad. He looked very, very good.
Yeah, I'd be pretty confused if we didn't see him after the series, to be honest. If they go back to just playing Gumiyusi, I think that's a bit of a mistake. I think he just looked too good.
To a win, and the player of the game will be Cuzz.